Hello, today we're going to continue exploring how to find missing angle measurements. In this problem, you have an angle. In fact, this angle is 90 degrees. We recognize that it is a 90-degree angle by this marking here. See this box right over here? That's representing that this entire angle equals 90 degrees. Now the question here asks, what is the measure in degrees of the missing angle? Enter the number in the box. So my missing angle is right here. Now notice here, they gave us 65 degrees, and 65 degrees measures the angle that I'm drawing in green. Oh. Now, this angle that I have in green is 65 degrees. However, we need to figure out this missing angle here, which I'm going to draw this part in yellow here. And that's the piece we need to find. We do know that this entire measurement equals 90 degrees. So this entire angle is 90 degrees. We need to find just the missing piece. Now, when we need to find a missing piece, we can take the whole. I'll do this in blue. So we could take the whole, which is 90 degrees, and subtract it from one of the pieces we do have. Now on the side of my paper, I am doing this subtraction. I'm recognizing that I need to borrow. And once I do my subtraction, I can determine my answer of 25. Now here, this is telling me that this missing piece here is 25 degrees, which in fact is the answer to this problem. I can confirm that my answer is correct because if I do 65 plus 25, I do get 90 degrees. So the answer you would write in your box would be 25 degrees, which you can spell degrees or you can use the symbol degrees as well. In this next problem, it says some angles are shown in this diagram. Angle HGL, which I'm going to actually highlight HGL so you can see exactly what they're talking about. Angle HG as my vertex. L is 167 degrees. That means this entire angle is 167 degrees. What is the measure of JGK? Now I'm going to highlight that in red. We need to figure out this missing angle measurement JGK. But notice here we have three angles that create an angle measurement of 167 degrees. We do have two parts. We have 47 and we have 41 degrees. So I'm going to actually first add these two parts together. And that's going to give me 88 degrees. But notice we still need to find that missing piece that's going to create the full angle of 167 degrees. So now I'm going to take this into a second part. And I have 167 degrees as my total. And I'm going to take that away from 88 degrees. Now again, I'm recognizing, wow, I need to borrow here. Okay, and when I do borrow, in fact, I need to continue borrowing, and that's okay that I have to borrow when I'm doing this work. Now, 17 minus 8, we're left with 9. 15 minus 8, we have 79. Now, this was a lot of work. This was a two-step process. We determined that this missing value is 79 degrees. Now, how do I know that what I did was correct? So I could take 47 plus 41, which is 88. Now we're going to take 88 and I'm going to add 79 to this. And by adding 79, I come out with 167 degrees, which was my total measurement. That means the measure of angle JGK, in fact, is 79 degrees as my final answer. Notice I took this into a few steps. I highlighted the important values that were given to us to help us solve the problem. Now in this next one again, we have the measure of angle NOP is 140 degrees. First thing I'm going to do is identify where that is in my drawing. Now if you need to redraw this on your scrap piece of paper, that's absolutely fine. So notice I'm highlighting NOP, which NOP, the total angle measurement here, is 140 degrees. And we're given a piece that's 23 degrees, but we need to find this piece here, which is the value of x. And I'll highlight that in red. So we need to figure out this value here. We have a piece, we have a whole. So that's telling me I need to subtract. So I have 140 degrees, which is my whole, and I take it away from the given part to determine the other piece of my angle. I notice here I need to borrow again. That's okay that I have to borrow when I'm subtracting. So now I'm left with 117 degrees as my missing angle. Now, to determine if that is correct, if I did 117 degrees plus 23, that would give me 140 degrees, which is telling me that missing piece, that unknown value known as x, or you might use a question mark, is in fact 117 degrees. Now in this problem here, it's a little unique. This problem here, it has an angle that's created by three angles put together to form one angle. We are given if the total measurement of the angle shown is 132 degrees. That means this entire angle, the whole piece, is 132 degrees. So this entire thing, that means all three angles you see need to add up together to create 132 degrees. What is the measurement of the missing angle? So just like we did in a previous problem, we added my two parts together that were given to me. I see that I have 61 and I see that I have 30 degrees. When I add these two parts together, I am left with 91 degrees. But notice that's not my final answer. I need to figure out how much more I need to get to 132 degrees. So now I'm going to take the whole 132 degrees minus my part to help me find my other part. So once I do this, wow, I see I can't do 3 minus 9, so let me borrow again. And 13 minus 9, I'm left with 4, giving me an answer of 41 degrees. Now, to determine I did all of this correct, if I took my 91 degrees and I added this to 41, let's see if I get 132, just to confirm that the math I did on my piece of scrap paper is correct. And in fact, this proves that my answer of 141 degrees is correct. Now again, I identified the given values. I found that I have a whole value given to me, and I need to find that missing piece, that missing angle measurement, which is why I was doing subtraction for this problem. Yes, this was a two-step process, added angle 1 and 2 together, then I subtracted that sum from the whole to give me the missing value here. Now in this last problem here, it's saying what is the measurement of P in the following diagram? Now notice they already gave us the whole measurement as 120 degrees. Notice they already identified that the whole value is 120 degrees. But this piece here, this small little piece here, is 40 degrees. We need to find the other piece that is created to give us the whole measurement of 120 degrees. So since we're given my whole, I'm going to start with that and subtract from my piece. Take my other piece and subtract from the whole. Now I recognize I need to borrow again when I'm doing my subtraction. That's absolutely fine. Giving me 80 degrees is my answer. That's telling me that this value here is 80 degrees. Now I know that 80 degrees is correct because if I do 80 plus 40, I'm left with 120 degrees. Notice the two parts can be added together to give me the whole angle measurement. When you are completing these problems today, it is important for you to fully read the directions to help you identify the given values for each problem. That will help you determine, am I adding, am I subtracting? Maybe I'm doing both to help me find that missing angle measurement. As always, feel free to refer back to this video to help you with today's activities.